I've met a lot of boys in a lot of interesting places.
Maybe I always looked like a gold digger. I just never understood.
इसके लिए तो बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, बहुत पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा.
Everybody knows that a real life 4 is like an airplane 10.
I don't or ever plan to meet or date a guy जिसके साथ मैं पार्टी में मिली हूँ. That's for sure.
That's
Very
my
important.
thing.
And then he's like, oh, I'm from Chhattisgarh. And I was like, oh.
पहले बोलना था ना.
And then I was convinced after that like, this is the love of my life. Hello and welcome back to another 3 a.m. Confessions, where we pull back the curtain on what really happens after the late night parties. Today's topic is how we met our guys. Some of us have guys, some of us don't. And I think so many people are single out there and they want to know, where the heck do we meet these people? Where the heck are we either getting picked up or picking up other guys? So, Soumya, how did you meet your lover?
It's a funny story. The first time I saw him was in 10th grade coaching center and he was there. The reason I was interested was he was like really intelligent. And over the course of like the next 2 years, I knew that this guy is nice. He's great at studies, very mature, respectful, kind of cute. So I kept him as a prospect. But the funny part was I never told him. I was waiting for the universe to realize that I liked this guy and then he'll find his way, which he did. So after 2 years, he texted me, hey, I have this friend who likes you. I was like, okay, fine, good to know, not interested, bye-bye. Did not show him that I was interested in him for 2 years. My move was that whenever he used to like message me, I would reply.
That's a big deal. That's a lot of effort.
That's what girls do. If they like you, they will reply. And you cannot ask for more. So
that's what school students do.
no, but in general also, even
What else can you do? Apart from replying.
But I would never text him first. I liked him for 2 years and I was like, he'll find his way. When he told me that he liked me, I never gave into it. I was like, okay, fine. Over the course of like 7-8 months, let's be friends. Let's understand and analyze if we even have the compatibility, which actually worked in my favor. Because over the course of that 8 months, I realized that we have similar goals in life. We have a similar approach, family background. See, if you're looking for something casual, you don't have to think about all of this. But I knew that if I were to give my time and effort to somebody, they have to be really serious about me. So then there are a lot of aspects you should consider to increase the probability of having like a long-term relationship. I'm somebody who wants the same thing, but I'll have a very practical, logical approach. And he's the one who is like extremely sensitive. So he balances me out.
But it's extremely rare that like in 10th or 11th grade, however old you were, both of you were like trying to get married. Like tell us more about that.
We both want to be in it for the long haul. And that is why I think it's lasted the course of 9 years, because we always knew what we wanted. Whatever you're looking for, your partner should be on the same page, because a lot of energy will go into convincing them that, see, this is what I want from you.
The biggest lesson I have from you is the value and the importance of taking it really slow. Like I think you guys took it so slow. Like anyone else in his position might have been like, chodo yaar, kya fayda? Men go after what they want. So if he wants you, he will pursue you, right? And you want someone who wants you. So therefore you prefer to be pursued. It's just logic. Yeah. But I'm not opposed to like approaching guys. I don't think guys should only ever have to make the first move. Personally, I've met a lot of boys in a lot of interesting places. I've been open to love entering my life. And so sometimes it comes in unexpected ways. I'm on this plane to Paris and it's like late at night. The flight was like 8 or 9 hours. For the first like 7 hours, I have slept with my head between my knees. Okay, like I'm like this and I'm sleeping. I'm literally not aware of who's sitting next to me whatsoever, right? I wake up, it's like 2 hours left of the flight. And this person next to me is like, do you do yoga? And I'm like, wait, what?
That's the first question.
That's a strange question to ask a stranger. I was like, not really. Like maybe sometimes, I don't know. And he's like, I was like, why? He goes, you have slept in the most contorted, extreme position that I've ever seen anyone sleep for 7 hours straight. And I wanted to just give you props that I think it's really cool. And I was like, okay, sure, thank you. He's talking to me more. He asked me if I was French. And I was like, no, whatever. I'm like going, I was actually just connecting. And then he's like, oh, I'm from Chhattisgarh. And I was like, oh. So he's like, yeah, I studied, I'm like an engineer. And I was like, great. Pada likha. Like, I'm working in Paris right now, and I speak French, and I was like, this is a man of my dreams, because he's like culturally rooted. He's from a small town. He has left his small town to go to Paris. And then I was convinced after that like, this is the love of my life. I'm like thinking in my head, like, I'm never going to see this person again. So he's getting up, we're literally getting off the flight, and I was like, oh, are you on Instagram? And he's like, thank God you asked. Like, I was not gonna ask you. Thank God you asked me. He like wrote my name in his notes app because we didn't have internet. So he was like, oh, I'll add you once I get on the ground.
Sweet.
Yeah. Everybody knows that a real life 4 is like an airplane 10. When you're on an airplane, you have literally nothing to do. There's no entertainment.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if someone interesting or hot or थोड़ा सा भी अच्छा लड़का अगर मेरे बगल में बैठा होगा, I wouldn't mind talking to him. But yeah, I don't want to talk after that flight.
Exactly.
During the flight,
It's like you watch a movie and then it's over.
Yeah. Movie देखने चाहती हूँ, but movie theater के बाहर नहीं देखना चाहती हूँ.
Exactly.
But Soumya, please tell us like how many guys did you at what different places?
I had this weird guy, and he was like, again, texting me, following me, whatever, and I did not pay any heed to it. One day on Facebook, okay, he sends me a picture. He's lying down on the bed, and there's cash. Like, it's so funny. I still have it.
Was it Photoshopped or it was real
No,
cash?
it was
He laid out the notes.
not notes, bundles of cash, 500 rupee notes, and it was like, ठीक है, and there was cash, and you wouldn't believe, I think and he was laying there and he took a selfie. I was like, selfie भी ले रहा है?
इतने पैसे हैं तो you can pay someone to take a photo.
तो he was like,
एक 500 का नोट ले और मेरी फोटो.
God, and he sent it to me, and I was speechless. I was like, thank you so much.
You need a rich guy.
Just commit to the rich guy bit.
Maybe I always looked like a gold digger. I just never understood.
कि भाई ये लड़की तो हाथ में आएगी, इसके लिए तो बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, बहुत पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा.
कि भाई वो पैसा लाया कहाँ से होगा?
उसी के होंगे.
पापा के चुराए होंगे निकाल के कि थोड़ी देर के लिए.
शक्ल से तो उसके पास भाई 250 रुपए भी हो.
भाई रूम लॉक कर रहा है, पापा के पैसे निकाल के. When I met my last boyfriend in a party in Goa, I don't or ever plan to meet or date a guy जिसके साथ मैं पार्टी में मिली हूँ. That's for sure.
That's very
my
important.
thing. I don't want to date a guy जिसके साथ I'm going to a party or meeting at a party. Excuse me.
Ask yourself, would your husband be at that party on that day?
No, never.
Where is he?
He's at his home or office working till 12 a.m.
Yes.
He's lying in bed reading a book at
Yeah.
8:30 and is about to switch off the light and pass out.
I think men should like stay at home after 8.
घर में रहो.
Sorry, but घर में मत रहो चाहे. But the clubs, the parties, the bars, there's nothing wrong with going to these places inherently. But if we are trying to find our husband, like for me, for example, like I just know that I'm not into partying. So why would my future husband be into partying? Like it just doesn't
tell you
make
one more
sense.
thing. You know, I met him at a party because I was going to that party after a long time. I was
Right.
drinking after a
That's
very
not
long
your
time. It
go-to
was a rare
place.
thing.
Yeah.
And guess what? He was partying every week.
God.
And I was like, excuse me.
Kashish, can you be surprised? He showed you who he was on the first day.
So उसके बाद मैंने decide किया कि always meet a guy. अपनी normal जिंदगी जी लो ना. When you are like having a normal routine, if you meet a guy then that's the right choice, because when you are at a party or a trip, your mind and your everything is so casual, chill.
Because that also means that he shares a similar daily routine, right? Like if I meet a guy at a gym, for example, that means at least that guy goes to the gym. We have one thing in common, right? Or I meet him at a bookstore. Okay, he also likes to read. I also like to read. I meet him on a plane. He also likes to travel. Thank you for watching another episode of 3 AM Confessions. If you liked this video, do be sure to hit subscribe, share this with your friends, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye. Bye.